بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين وسلم تسليما كثيرا أما بعد. And this is the Muqaddimah by the Shaykh Abdul Razak ibn Abdul Muhsin al-Badr Hafidhahum Allah. We are looking at this book, Jaa Shahru Ramadhaan. That is a treatise by the Shaykh to allow us to prepare ourselves adequately for the month of Ramadan. And then we had a few technical issues in the beginning, so inshallah we are starting from the beginning now. And we will continue. The Shaykh said, Amma ba'd, after the Muqaddimah, إن الاجتماع لتذاكر أمور الدين عموما وتذاكر مواسم الخير التي يستقبلها المؤمن لا شك أنه من الأمور المهمة التي ينبغي أن تحظى بعنايتنا واهتمامنا. Verily, getting together in order to remind ourselves of the affairs of the deen generally, and to actually remind ourselves of specific times or specific occasions that a Muslim faces, just like the month of Ramadan as we are facing now. لا شك أنه من أمور المهمة التي ينبغي أن تحظى بعنايتنا واهتمامنا. It is from affairs that is incumbent upon a Muslim that he gives it utmost importance. لما يترتب على ذلك من العوائد الكريمة والخيرات العظيمة والمنافع الجمة التي لا تعد ولا تحصى. Because of what is in that, in khairat, in a lot of khair, a lot of goodness, and the resultant promise of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the reward that are also there, and the benefits, great benefits that we cannot count or enumerate all of them. وقد جاء في صحيح مسلم أن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم خرج على أصحابه يوما وهم جلوس في المسجد يتذاكرون. And it came in the book Sahih Muslim of Imam Muslim that the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wasallam went out to his companions one day, and he found them sitting together in the masjid, and they were reminding themselves, they were reminding one another. فَقَالَ عَلَيْهِ الصَّلَاةُ وَالسَّلَامُ. And the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wasallam, he said, مَا أَجْلَسَكُمْ. Why are you sitting here? Why are you here? قُلْنَا. And we said, that is the companions ridwanullahi alayhim ajma'in, جلسنا نتذاكر الإسلام وما من الله علينا به. So they said, we are sitting together and we are reminding ourselves about Islam, about the ni'mah and the blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that Allah has given us by guiding us to al-Islam. فقال صلى الله عليه وسلم اللهم أجلسكم إلا ذلك. And the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wasallam, he said, by Allah, nothing is making you to come together, sitting together except that. قُلْنَا وَاللَّهِ مَا أَجْلَسَنَا إِلَّا ذَلِكَ. By Allah, nothing has brought us together except that. فَقَالَ عَلَيْهِ الصَّلَاةُ وَالسَّلَامُ. And the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wasallam, he said, أَمَّا وَاللَّهِ إِنِّي لَمْ أَسْتَحْلِفَكُمْ تُحْمَةً لَكُمْ وَلَكِنْ أَتَانِي جِبْرِيلُ آنِفًا فَأَخْبَرَنِي أَنَّ اللَّهَ يُبَاهِي بِكُمْ مَلَائِكَتَهُ. And that as for that, for me, I do not ask you to swear by Allah because I suspect you of anything. Rather, Jibreel alayhi salatu wasalam, he came to me earlier, and he told me that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala yubahi bikum malaikatahu. He is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he is talking about you with his malaika. Yani he is mentioning you in his place fi mala'il a'la. فهذه إشارة عظيمة لمن أكرمه الله تعالى ومن الله عليه لحفظ وقته. And this is an indication, this is a great indication for the person that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has elevated his position, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has blessed him to preserve his time in this kind of في مثل هذه المجالس التي توقد في بيوت الله التي أذن الله جل وعلا التي أذن الله جل وعلا أن يذكر فيها اسمه. He said, and this is a sign, this is an indication that on a person that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has blessed to preserve his time in this kind of sittings that are established in the houses of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in such houses that Allah has given the permission that his name should be raised and that his name should be mentioned in these houses. ومثل هذه المجالس المباركة, and this kind of sittings that are blessed, that's this kind of blessed sittings, لا بد للمسلم أن يصبر نفسه عليها. In this kind of sittings, it is incumbent upon the Muslim to make himself patient so that he sits in this kind of sitting. وأن يقطع لها من وقته حتى يستفيد وينتفع. Because so that he should give a part of his time to this kind of sittings, to sit in the masajid where the names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala are mentioned, where the issues of Islam are made clear to him, وفيه حتى يستفيد وينتفع, so that he gets benefit. وإلا إذا كان لاحيا منصرفا منشغلا مكبا على أمور دنياه التي لا تنتهي فلا يتحيا له معروفة الخير ومعرفة أبوابه ومعرفة السبل التي يصل من خلالها إلى الخير. Because if a person does not give a specific aspect of his time to this kind of situation, all of the affairs of his dunya that he faces, they will never finish. He would always have one thing to do, and they don't ever finish. So how is he going to get himself to know the affairs that are khair, that in it that there is blessing, and then he will know the path that he's going to follow in order to reach all of the goodness, all of the khair. And then وَإِلَى مَا يُرْدِ اللَّهُ تَبَارَكَ وَتَعَالَى, and into things that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that will help him to reach the things that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is pleased with. وفي مثل هذه المجالس يتم التوجيه وتأتي الموئذة وتحصل الذكر وإيقاظ القلوب والتوجيه إلى أبواب الخير فينتفع الناس ويستفيدون فوائد عظيمة. And in this kind of sittings, the Shaykh, he continues saying, in this kind of sittings, يتم التوجيه وتأتي الموئذة, guidance is completed. You get, inshallah, Allah will guide you. والموئذة, and then موئذة are sermons that وتحصل الذكر, and then somebody is going to attain the remembrance, that's the remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or he's going to be reminded about affairs of the deen that he doesn't know or has forgotten. وإيقاظ القلوب, and the hearts are going to be woken up. وتوجيه إلى أبواب الخير, and then is going to be guided into the gates of goodness. فينتفع الناس ويستفيدون فوائد عظيمة, and the people are going to benefit and they are going to get a great fawaid from this kind of sittings. Now, أما الموضوع الذي نحن بسداد كلام عنه فهو عن إقبال شهر رمضان. And as for the topic that we are going to talk about, it is about the coming of the month of Ramadan that we are facing. وكما تعلمون أنه قد بقي على دخول هذا الشهر المبارك أياما معدودة. And as you all know, it only remains a very few days before the month of Ramadan comes upon us. ثم يطل بخيرات العميمة وأفاضله الكريمة وبركاته المتوالية. And then, very soon, the month of Ramadan is going to come upon us, and all of the khair, all of the goodness, and all of the fawaid, all of the benefits, all of the excellence of the month of Ramadan are going to come upon us. فَشَهْرُ رَمَضَانَ قَدْ أَقْبَلَ. And the Shaykh continues, as for the month of Ramadan is already facing us, it's already close. وَإِقْبَالُهُ لَدَيْ مُسْلِمْ لَهُ شَأْنٌ عَظِيمٌ. And the coming of month of Ramadan is a very great, is a very important affair to the Muslim. وَوُقُوءٌ كَبِيرًا فِي نُفُوسِهِمْ. It is something that that stands in their heart. لأنهم يتشوفون مجيئته ويتطلعون إلى قدومه. Because they are always looking forward to the coming of this month of Ramadan. ويتباشرون عند دونه عند دنوه ويفرحون به. And they congratulate one another by its coming, and they are happy because إذا دخل فرحا عظيما يفرحون به إذا دخل فرحا عظيما لما يعلمون لما يعلمونه عن هذا الموسم العظيم المبارك من خيرات العظيمة وخصائص الجلية. And because of what they know about this special occasion, the special time of Ramadan, from a lot of khair that are great and specific things that only the month of Ramadan is it is only to the month of Ramadan. التي تتميز به هذا الشهر واختص بها من بين سائر الشهور. That only the month of Ramadan is exclusive. These khairat are exclusive to the month of Ramadan and not in other months. فشهر رمضان قد أقبل وإقباله لدي مسلم نعم ومن أكرمه الله جل وعلا وفسح في أجله ومد في عمره ليصل ويبلغ هذا الشهر الكريم فهذه منة عظيمة على العبد ليشارك أهل الإسلام في قطف جن هذا الموسم العظيم. And whoever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has blessed, that Allah has allowed him, Allah has given him chance in his life, Allah has elongated his life to reach this time, then this is a great blessing from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala upon the servant, so that he can participate, he can be part of the Ahlul Islam, the people of Al-Islam. He can participate with them in this great time, a blessed time, Al-Mubarak, Al-Mawsim Al-Ta'ah, this special occasion of obedience to Allah, wal-Iman, and of Iman, of faith, wa taqarrubu ila Rahman, and that of getting closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Ar-Rahman. وقد جاء في السنة الصحيحة أن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم كان يبشر أصحابه بقدوم هذا الشهر, and it has come in an authentic sunnah that the Messenger صلى الله عليه وسلم, he would give the glad tidings of the coming of this month. فجاء أن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم كان يقول لأصحابه, and it has come in that the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wasallam, he used to say to his to his companions ridwanullahi alayhim, قَدْ جَاءَكُمْ Ramadan, Ramadan has come upon you, شَهْرٌ مُبَارَكٌ, this is a blessed month, افترض الله عليكم صيامه, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made the fasting of this month, افترض الله عليكم صيامه, Allah has made the fasting compulsory upon you. تفتح فيه أبواب الجنة وتغلق فيه أبواب الجحيم, the doors of Jannah are open and the doors of hellfire are closed. وتغل فيه الشياطين فيه ليلة خير من ألف شهر, and the devils are chained and there is a night in it, it is better than 1,000 months. من حرم خيرها فقد حرم, and whoever is denied the khair, the goodness in this month, then he is indeed has been denied. فقد جاء, the Shaykh continues saying, قَدْ جَاءَكُمْ شَهْرُ رَمَضَانَ, that the month of Ramadan has come upon you. أي إِنَّ هَذِهِ بِشَارَةٌ وَتَحَنِيَةٌ لَكُمْ, this is a glad tidings from the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wasallam to you, and it is also تَحَنِيَةً لَكُمْ, it is like a congratulatory message to you. وَإِخْبَارٌ بِأَمْرٍ عَظِيمٍ تحقق لكم, and تحقق لكم, that it is also that the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wasallam is telling you about a very great affair. وهو أن رمضان قد جاءكم وأنتم تتمنون أو تتمتعون بالصحة والعافية, and the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wasallam is telling you that the month of Ramadan has come upon you, and then Allah subhanahu, you are in the blessing of صحة والعافية, وَتَتَمَنَّوْنَ بِالْأَمْنِ وَالْإِيمَانِ, that you are in good health and you are in safety, you are enjoying the blessing of safety and the blessing of Iman, وَالسَّلَامَةَ وَالْإِسْلَامِ, and the blessing of security and Islam. فَهَذَا شَهْرُ رَمَضَانَ قَدْ جَاءَكُمْ وَهُوَ مَوْسِمٌ عَظِيمٌ لِإِقْبَالِ اللَّهِ, and the month of Ramadan has come upon you. So this month is a great opportunity, a great chance to return to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala,